money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Thanks for checking in here on a Monday. We're live in Vegas. Circa Resort at Casino is the spot. Paulie's fired up. I'm fired up. The world, I think, is fired up for the NBA Finals beginning on Wednesday night. Game 1 in San Antonio. Spurs,
no doubt,
favored over the Knicks. And we go out now to the progressive guest line as a longtime friend of the show and the network, professional sports bettor, and a man who has been a lifelong fan of the Knicks with season tickets all the way back to the 1980s. Paul Bovey joins the program. Hello, friend. How are you today?
Doing great. Looking forward to the next however many hours till we get started. And Paulie, I want to clear the air right now. I am going to attend all 3 games because I know that question's going to come up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Oh, so if it's game 6 and it's 3-2 New York and you're offered 40 or 50 grand, you're going.
Paulie, I'm going. I did sell my Ranger tickets in 1994 when we defeated the Canucks. I used to have Ranger tickets. And still to this day, Pavel Bure, I'm still feeling guilty about it. So I could never do this because I'm a much bigger Knick fan than I ever was a Ranger fan. So I will be attending all 3 games. In fact, I'm thinking of upgrading my seat to game 3.
Now, what would that entail?
Yeah, no kidding.
Probably about 5 dimes.
Wow.
How close are you going to have feet on the hardwood?
No, you can't touch feet on the hardwood for
less than 50.
It's probably I've read 50. I'm going to say 400, 500.
Yes.
Hold on a second here. I thought, don't you have 3 season tickets?
I do have 3. I took on a partner in 2012 because I didn't want to go through the daily chore of putting them online. I did that for years, and I got too many things going on during the day. So I took on a partner. Basically, we split them down the middle. He'll take 2 one game. I'll take 2 one game, and it works out.
Okay.
You deserve a lot of credit because there were some awful years.
Cool.
So you had 9 straight losing seasons. You had the Isaiah Thomas debacle. The list goes on, and that long stretch where they only won 1 playoff series. 1. And it shows you how much they love basketball, that the Linsanity thing was a national story for 3 weeks. Did you ever say, how many times did you say or think about, I can't do this anymore. This is a terrible product, or they're never going to turn it around, or they're never going to win?
I can't say I never thought about it. I always, it's fear of missing out. I always knew if I gave up those tickets, and as I said to you during the break, everything comes around. It's the most dangerous words out there are it's different this time. No, things come around full circle. So I knew the days of the 90s, those days would eventually return one day. I didn't know when. I was hoping it was going to be in my lifetime, and fortunately, it has.
So what are you going to do for Game 1 then? I'll give you an example of the NHL Stanley Cup Final tomorrow night. T-Mobile out here in Las Vegas. Of course, the Golden Knights are on the road. They're hosting like a huge party, as all these cities are going to do, right? I would love to be at T-Mobile tomorrow night with like 18 other thousand fans watching the Golden Knights play at Carolina. Are you going to do anything like that? Where are you going to be watching the game on Wednesday?
Actually, I'm going to be in Saratoga with Massaro. So we'll find a spot. And if he's rooting for the Spurs, which I think he will be, I'm going to have to remove myself and watch somewhere else because I can't be around anybody cheering. And Massaro tends to get a little loud and boisterous at sometimes. So we'll see how that plays out. So I'll be in Saratoga over the weekend looking to cash a few tickets, and then I'll be back in time for Game 3.
We had Linda Cohn on, and she's a little bit concerned of what they're going to do to the city if they win this. And they haven't won it since 73. Would you be concerned about your safety, Game 6?
No, it's just, the worst that's going to happen is they may set a few garbage pails on fire or climb a pole. But, generally with these celebrations is they're kind of tame. it's just a couple of unruly guys, and, drunk, and this is what they do. I'm not worried about my safety, and where I nestle myself in the city, I'm pretty protected, so I feel good about it.
I don't know if you heard the Linda Cohn spot last week, but she also brought up that in her estimation between like 10 and 45%, wide range there, but 10 and 45% of Knicks fans are all Fugazi. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you know how it is. Everybody climbs aboard the train during these opportune times. But yeah, and as far as, you just made a point. Do I need to be amongst throngs of people and go to these watch parties? Absolutely not. If I watch a game in New York, let's say I end up one of the games, this third home game in OKC, I'll just take a seat at the bar and I'll look for a kind of a nondescript place where I can get a beer or a bottle of wine and just sit down. I don't want to be amongst these lunatics. It just doesn't do anything.
No. You're going to be shotgunning beers with the 20-somethings after the Knicks win Game 6 at home, and you're probably going to be passed out on the streets.
The 20-somethings don't look at me anymore. That's the problem. I used to get like 4 out of 5. Now I get like 1 out of 8. So, savor the moment. You know what I mean?
Sure. So, Brett, you have a future on the Knicks. Break this down, how you think this can go, and keys to the series here, how you see it before we get to bets.
Okay, so, I've learned to separate my fanhood from my wallet. So I'm backing the Knicks, and it's not because I'm a fan. I've done a good job with that. I did not wager on them. I did not back them against Philly, but I did back them over Atlanta, and I did back them against Cleveland. In fact, I was on the show, and I said if they got the right matchup against the Cavaliers, it would open up around 250, and I would pile in, and that's exactly what I did. This is the right matchup. I didn't want OKC. I got the Spurs, a team that they have clearly dominated in the regular season. They outscored them by 34 points. The one game that they lost, 134-132, they led by 11 points going into, or should I say 9 points going into the final quarter, outscored by 11. But what people don't realize is Josh Hart and Mitch Robinson did not play in the game. Now, those two guys in the other games, 33 rebounds in 92 minutes. The Knicks are a much better team when Mitch Robinson is on the floor. Their offensive rebounding rate is 39.4 versus 28.6 off. And the Spurs in that game out-rebounded them on the offensive glass 11-10. The Knicks got the better of it, 41-28 combined in the 2 wins. The Knicks could very well win this game on the glass, and they will dominate the boards. No question about it. The thing I don't get is the love for San Antonio. And I think a lot of bettors, they may have a losing experience with the Knicks, or they don't believe in the story, and they want to be there to pick up the pieces when they fall. I'm not one as a gambler to stand in front of a train. And right now, the Knicks are a locomotive barreling down the track. They are clearly the best team in the playoffs, 120 points a game, 24-point average margin of victory, 52% from the field, and bestively allowing just a smidgen over 100 points a game. I wouldn't be getting in the way of the Knicks right now. Their game has actually picked up more since these teams last played, which was a 25-point win for the Knicks, where they held San Antonio to 41% from the field. They're the more experienced team. No, they don't have home court, but yes, they should win this series. And the more love I see for San Antonio, the better I feel.
Well, why do you have a problem with? I don't understand why you're not. They beat the defending champs. They have the best player in the series, and they won 60-plus games. Why don't you get the San Antonio hype?
Because the Knicks have dominated this team. I mean, that 134, 132 win is tainted because you didn't have Hart and Robinson. And I firmly expect Robinson to play. I had a broken pinky.
Yeah, he'll play.
And it would be a problem if it was an index finger or a thumb, but it's a pinky, and I think he will play. So I get the love, but I don't get the love when they're going up against a team that has clearly been dominant. That's all.
Okay, so I must point this out. I'm trying to find the score right now. That NBA Cup finale that they won by 11 points. I mean, if you want to say that the Knicks led that other game by, the Knicks outscored them by 6. The Spurs led going into the fourth quarter.
35-19.
Yeah, the Spurs were right there, if not the better team for 3 quarters, and the Knicks took them apart in the fourth quarter.
All right.
But you can't have it both ways. I mean, you just can't, right? You got it, right?
What if I question the competition?
Okay.
Can I do that in the East?
You could question. Okay, so let's go there.
No, hold on. Hold your
team.
thought.
You're gonna
hold
go
your
on
thought.
the tirade.
Hold your thought. Yeah, because I can never tell where this is going to go. You need at least 2 segments every single time that you're on the show. Otherwise, you're going to be unhappy. And I get it. Great content as always. Paul Bovey, you're going to remain with us for one more segment here on the Progressive Guest Line, Professional Sports Bettor. Yeah, you're right. We're going to get into all of his bets.
He was going to go off there. Okay.
Absolutely. You're going to get his rant right there. And also, he'll tell us about all of the bets that he has added for the NBA Finals coming up next year. And Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
Is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We continue here with Knicks season ticket holder since the 80s, professional sports bettor Paul Bovey. He's on the Progressive Guest Line. He already said in the previous segment he's going to go. He's not selling his tickets. Despite the chance of maybe getting, I don't know, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 for him. No, he's going to go to all 3 games if they do get 3 home games. You were about to rant on Paulie's question about the competition that the Knicks played in the East. Go ahead, sir.
We took care of an Atlanta Hawks team that, throwing out the last game of the season, which was meaningless, won 19 of the last 23. We took care of a Philly team that defeated the Celtics by winning 3 games in Boston, including a Game 7, 4-0. And we just took care of the Cavaliers. You know, there's that old saying, all you can do is take care of the competition in front of you. The Knicks have done so, I'm going to say, in glorious fashion.
Yes.
Outscoring the competition by 262 points over the last 11 games, shooting 42% from the field. What more can they do? That's it.
They can't. And they made all of those teams quit as well with the closeout performances. All-time good, no doubt. How about the time off?
Yeah.
How big of a concern is the time off? Because it got you in game 1 against Cleveland. You were down 22 with 7 minutes left. They were clearly rusty.
Teams that are off for 9 days or more versus teams that are off for 4 days or less generally perform very well, not only in game 1, I believe they're 10-3 against the spread, but also in the series. Teams that were favored in the conference finals that are now underdogs are 3-0. The last one being the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016. I feel good about all these trends for the Knicks. So no concerns whatsoever.
Okay. That future again that you have on the Knicks is 13-1. You're certainly not hedging here with the Spurs. You're going to add more on the Knicks. We're betting numbers here. We're not betting teams, right? So what are you looking to add here with New York, or what have you added?
So you need to be greedy when people are fearful and be fearful when people are greedy. So I don't believe in backing off if I feel very comfortable in a position, which I do, and I'm going to add to it. Now, to that point, I took everything over plus 180 that I could get early on. I don't see plus 180 anymore, so I'm halting that. What I do is took plus 1.5 games. I laid $1.21, $1.23, $1.25. I now see that that's up to around $1.40. And I also took plus 2.5 games. I don't see the Spurs wrapping this up in 5 games. No way. So if you're going to give me free money, I'm going to take it. So I feel I hate to use the terminology free money. So I'm going to take it, and that's the way I went. And I piled on with a bunch of props, and we'll see where it lands.
How about some series props that you have as well? Okay, you mentioned it right there. Where are you at with De'Aaron Fox? What kind of series are we going to get from him?
By the way, before I go into that, Tony Brothers will be involved in this series. Oh. Do you know that Tony Brothers refereeing San Antonio Spurs games in his career is 77-41, and that's tops. So I'm sure it's just coincidence. But anyway, assists. Okay, assists. So this is a value play. It's strictly a value play, okay? And you got to look for value. And there's no value in Wembanyama rebounds or a lot of these things. But you can get Fox. I got him at plus 650 and plus 704 most assists in the series. Now, if you look at the 3 games this year, Fox had 22 assists, and Brunson and Castle, and these 2 guys are hovering around even money, had 23 apiece. If you line up Castle and Fox during the playoffs and exclude the 2 games that Fox was out, it's 101.95 Castle. So why is Fox plus 650, plus 700? Is it because of his ankle? His ankle looked pretty good. I actually had him over in Game 7. Points, rebounds, assists, which I lost. I had him over on points, 13.5. He looked pretty good. I mean, I think he was 3 of 6 from 3-point range. So to me, there's no other place to look than taking Fox on assists and getting that kind of a number.
Okay, very good. I love the breakdown. The biggest threat from the Knicks would be whom in that market? Brunson, Towns?
Oh, clearly Brunson.
Well, I mean how are they going to run will they run the offense through Towns like they did the previous 2 series?
Yeah, they may run it through Towns, but I still think Towns, if you're going to go, if you're going to look to Towns, you're going to look to rebounding as a shot, because they played 32 rebounds in 91 minutes versus Wemby 32 and 74. So I don't know what the number is on Towns, but that may be your play with. Okay, that may be your play with Towns. By the way, Paulie, I want to clear something up.
Sure.
Did you know that Isaiah Hartenstein out-rebounded Wemby over the last 6 games? I'll bet you didn't know that. And OKC may very well have blown that series, the coach, by not playing Hartenstein in the first game, only 12 minutes, 24 to 2 rebounds, and keeping him on the bench, inexcusable, because that would have tilted game 1.
Yeah, so, you're right.
Onward.
They needed more Hartenstein and less Holmgren in the series, quite frankly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, I had to bring that out to you, Paulie, because I know you mentioned that
I did.
Wager I had after game 1. And I wanted to stick my head in the sand when it was 24-2, but thankfully Isaiah Hartenstein saved a little bit of face. So
I tailed you. I lost a couple of car payments on that bet. So
they also
thanks for that one.
Should have called fouls on him too. He was allowed to clutch and grab.
Yeah. How about other props that you like for game
must.
one?
Okay, so I did take Fox over 5.5 assists. I took everything I could get at 130 or less. I think it's up to 140. He is as much a distributor as he is a scorer. He's 10-7 to this number over during the playoffs, and several of the unders, actually 4 of them, were against Minnesota. So he actually had multiple setups last game where he created opportunities and guys just didn't hit the shots. And of course, as you know, with assists, you basically have a dance partner, and if they don't cooperate, you don't get the assist.
Sure.
But I also like Hart. I like Hart over rebounds, and it's simple math. Hart, 18 rebounds in 59 minutes in the 2 games he played this year against the Spurs. And if you go back to last year, he's got 30 in 97. So he's averaging a rebound every 3 minutes. Do you expect Hart to go over 7.5? Well, if you do, you're expecting him to play at least 23, 24 minutes. He's averaged about 32. And he seems to do well against the Spurs, hitting the glass, and it just makes sense.
Love the breakdown. Love the numbers. No notes, as always. Unless you got to, right. Every single time he comes on, right up on the brain. So
Thanks, buddy.
very good. You might be making a mistake by not selling tickets. That's all I got to say. But enjoy it and best of luck, buddy.
It depends. You could look back and we'll see how the game plays out. Maybe it's a great game and maybe it's a dud and maybe I'll regret it. But
True.
better live
Excellent.
with it.
Thank you. Enjoy it. Best of luck.
Can't wait. They played 2 years ago.
Guys.
2 years ago, in one of the games, the Spurs beat them 130-126, and Brunson had 61 in that game.
Wow.
61.
I think
Brunson plus 140 to have the most points
points
in the series. Looks pretty good to me.
I think he is underplaying what could happen if the Knicks win the title.
No kidding, he is.
Yeah.
He absolutely is. People will seize on the mayhem, right? Just go out to cause trouble. If they can do it twice in Vancouver.
Yeah, you're
They
exactly.
haven't won it since 73 in New York. Come on. Absolutely, that could happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know what it is. I'll get you on the next one. I'll get you. But he also, not only did he score 61, what did he took 47 shots in that game.
Wow. Not from the floor.
Yeah.
Was it, how many free throw attempts, too?
I'll got to look at it.
47
I
shots.
got to go back and look.
Okay.
I mean, it was incredible. And Wemby had 20 boards in that game.
We have baseball games starting in about 15 minutes. As a result, we're going to push in-pocket plays up a segment early here. We will get into those. We'll recap our bets from the weekend and tell you what we've added for tonight, this week, the month, all next year. And follow the money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Nope. 5-1. Nope. 10-1. You're on.
All right. Good weekend. 4-0. Needed that. Braves ice cream on Friday. Lynx won by 20. Short favorites on the money line. PSG to lift the trophy. How about 2 guys from Arsenal missed the goal on the penalties?
Yeah, not even close, really.
Yeah, no way I do that. I'll put it on you. I'm not going to say
Well,
I'm
hold on.
not going to miss the goal. 2 guys missed the goal. I can't buy.
I love the broadcaster on the match.
Yeah.
Saying, and basically, I'll paraphrase here. And now here we go. We get the Mickey Mouse bullcrap with the penalty kicks. I think he said something like, we're going to determine with like high school. It was unbelievable that what he said on the air. Tip my cap to the guy. That's a big set of onions right there.
Well, my breakdown was Arsenal would score. They had 1 shot on goal, but
did you see the expected?
You got that?
From
Yes.
like they had nothing.
Ridiculous. So PSG wins, and Bush over 1.5 total bases plus money. Remember, he was 4 for 4 lifetime against Palante. He went 3 for 3 against them. So that's kind of like the Horowitz Martinez thing. Suzuki was hitting 500 career against Palante. He had 4 hits, and Bush was 1,000 against him lifetime. He had 3 hits. So that was good. All right, some of the new stuff. Under 6.5 tomorrow, -160. Game 1, Stanley Cup Final. Champagny, most threes in the series, +270. Wemby, most rebounds, -140. There's a big chance. I wouldn't even say big chance. I mean, we watch it. We all watch the same games. Cat's going to be in foul trouble, I think. And for damn sure he's going to be in foul trouble if they dare put him on Wemby at any point. So here's the game, too, 2 years ago. If this happens in this finals, they'll break the internet and social media. San Antonio beat the Knicks at home 130-126. No Cat, no Bridges, no OG yet. Brunson scored 61 and shot 47 times. He only made 6 free throws. Wemby had 40, 20, and 7. Wow. In the win. Oh, give me some of that.
That's ridiculous.
But I think this is a good price on Wemby. Most rebounds, and there's good props up where he have 20 in a game, like he did in Game 1 against the Thunder. All right, good luck.
Back at you, Paulie. Okay, busy weekend to recap here as well. So, in-pocket plays. The Guardians almost got there.
What a race.
But it was a loser. Rangers and Yankees as well.
I can't imagine that happens again. 6 teams, right? A final day right there?
Yep. So those were the 3 losers. Unfortunately, for the sake of this segment, I did not have the Brewers in pocket. I did bet them. I remember what happened, and I went back and looked to confirm. I brought them up on the air as a possible team several times, and on Friday morning before first pitch at Wrigley Field, which was a day game, I said, if I don't bet the Brewers and they win, I'm not going to be happy with myself. And I added them at 38-1. And so that was a winner, but that doesn't go on file here for the in-pocket plays. The Ketel Marte, he had 6 at-bats, 0 total bases on Friday night.
Come on.
No good. But the Braves team total, that was an easy one. Got there right away, over 4.5, and the Lynx first half as well. Got their lane 1.5 on Friday night. New stuff. How about this Malinsky special tonight for the Minnesota Twins? If you go back, now they have Ryan on the mound, which he's their best pitcher, but they started a road trip on Friday, May 22nd, played 3 at Boston, played 4 at the White Sox, played 3 more at Pittsburgh. They have lost 5 consecutive games, and they had 1 day off, and that was... No, check that. They have not had a day off since. So they're back home tonight for the first time in 10 days. And Ryan's going. I like this kid for the White Sox. I know that Murakami's not. He's out for a while, unfortunately, for Chicago. But the White Sox plus 135 in this game. They're a good, feisty team. The Twins stink. I'll take that plus 135. There is no handicap here at all. This is just based on the Opta AI projections at vsin.com. Also, Ballpark Pal likes him as well. I love the name. I think I'm saying this correctly. Luinder Avia. Great name going tonight. Over 3.5 Ks against the Reds, plus 115. Both sites, again, projecting him to get almost 5 tonight, so I'll rely on that. And the official plays for the most wins in the month of June. Again, I don't love June, but I'm betting it. It's the Diamondbacks, half unit, 14-1. The Braves, half unit, 22-1. And we'll call this is 0.6 units on the Yankees for the most wins in June, along with the Knicks to win the NBA Finals at a little bit higher than 24-1.
Yes. Fishy line tonight in the WNBA. Again, why are the Lynx only 2.5 against Phoenix? That's short.
I'm intrigued.
And Jessica Shepard to have a double-double for the Dallas Wings tonight. And they've been great since the coach's tirade.
You know what that number is?
$1.10. She's cleans the glass.
Oh, she had 20 against the Aces in that game. What do you think about the Wings' alternate numbers? They're laying 12.5.
Blow out Seattle?
Could they? I mean, Seattle is horrendous. Wings are playing much better basketball. Could this be like 106-72?
Yeah, I like that. I don't mind that. Not bad.
And I'm with you, by the way. That is it. Why are the Lynx only 2.5?
That's strange. Fishy. You're looking to put your World Cup knowledge to the test at the highest level? This one's for you. Splash Sport offering $1 million guaranteed in a high-stakes Survivor contest. Love it. 1,000 enter, million on the line. You can only use a team once. Pick wisely from the group stage all the way through the knockout round. Outlast everyone else. The million's yours. New players use code VEASAN. Code VEASAN. Get a 50% deposit match up to $100. A free Quick Picks entry up to $20. 100% Quick Picks payout boost on an entry up to $20. Entries close June 11th. Don't wait. SplashSports.com/VEASAN. Code VEASAN. SplashSports.com/VEASAN. Code VEASAN. That's awesome.
Boy, I think tennis bettors are loving what's going on right now. The in-play people with Tiafoe taking on Arnaldi. It's still going on, by the way. And so Tiafoe lost the first set 7-6, came back and took...
Look at the time.
It's almost 5 hours now. Oh, yeah, it started way before our show started. He won the second set 7-6, then 6-3. Then Arnaldi took the fourth set 7-6, and now it's Arnaldi serving up 3-2. Absolutely, it's total madness. And what is that? I mean, 5-hour matches. I've always wondered what that would be like at this level and how a person's body can actually handle that.
Yeah.
With all the cutting, you're starting, stopping. It's just, I think tennis is a fabulous sport to play, by the way. Love playing tennis.
How's your second serve?
It's actually okay.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
not
big
bad.
Test. You know a lot about a person's tennis game by the second serve.
Oh, of course. It tells you everything you need to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to get to the huge news of the day coming up in about 7 minutes. Gigantic day in the NFL. I wanted to run this by you. I saw a clip on Twitter that was making the rounds over the weekend. It was Roger Ebert and Martin Scorsese sharing their best movies of the 90s.
Okay, I'm in.
Neither guy had Silence of the Lambs in the top 10.
Oh, my God.
I almost had to break. I was like, okay, I lost. I have to go back and rethink everything Scorsese's ever done in his entire life. Like, was it really that good?
Come on.
Neither guy. But, of course, they both had, like, Schindler's List. They both had some other nonsense. However,
Put the lotion in the basket.
it's arguably the highest power-rated movie ever.
It's a great movie.
Unbelievable. Come on.
Hopkins won Best Actor. He's hardly in the
Yeah, I
damn
know.
thing.
That swept
but
the
he
board.
commands. He's like Ledger in Dark Knight. He owns every scene he's in.
It was that movie, I believe, was Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress.
Yeah.
However, the Scorsese won me back a little bit, and a very small fraction of the audience, I guarantee, has ever seen this movie.
Bad Lieutenant?
At top number 5.
Oh, stop.
Number 5 for best movie of the 90s.
Oh, my God.
What a guess by you, by the way.
Come on.
Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel.
Cal Daniels.
I couldn't believe it.
Chris Russo's in that movie.
Yes.
He had no idea what he was getting into. Yeah, I got to tell you guys, I didn't think it'd be that type of a picture.
Yeah.
I mean, Keitel does everything imaginable. There's Corrupt Cop, and then there's Keitel.
Oh, he takes it to, I mean, it's on steroid.
Oh, my
The
God.
only
Cal
way,
Daniels.
it's
Double
tough.
play, puts the siren,
Shoots the radio in the car driving around.
You got to win 4, Mitch. Not 3. You got to win 4.
Yeah. We specifically asked Russo about that one time when he was on the air with us. We told him, and you could tell he was a little uncomfortable talking about the movie.
No kidding.
But there's
it was an X-ray. We got an X
oh,
rating.
there's 2 versions. The R version's good enough, but I did have my hands on the NC-17 version many years ago.
Okay.
I mean, the first 45 minutes of the movie, I promise you've never seen anything like it in your life.
Yeah.
I want to say that there's no way the movie could ever be made, but then they remade it with Nick Cage, and it was actually not bad. And by the way, the new show, what is it called? Spider Noir with Cage?
Yeah.
Incredible reviews. People love the show.
They do.
Yes.
Oh.
Anyway, so I thought that was hilarious.
They
next,
did not like the finale of Euphoria. I didn't have a problem with it. But, rough.
Oklahoma with a walk-off against Ja Tech.
Finicaro. All right.
Oh, that's a big boy right there. We'll recap the huge news today in the NFL coming up next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Want to pass this along as well. Haven't bet it yet. Might be worth a look. Freddie Freeman in his career 10 of 17
Phew.
against Eduardo Rodriguez. Only one home run, but that's a .588 average, obviously high slug. Matt Vasgersian passed along that message earlier today. Probably worth a look tonight with how he has done against Rodriguez in his career,
Yep.
specifically over the recent at-bats.
That was great Friday how it worked out, and I'm glad we mentioned it because Bush and Suzuki
Yeah.
both had, I think they both started 3 for 3 in that game.
All right, so this is what it sounded like earlier today when the news broke. Myles Garrett got traded from the Cleveland Browns to the Los Angeles Rams, and at the time, Prop Points was on here on VSiN, and this is Jeff Erickson and Nick Whalen reacting to the news in real time.
I did just get an alert from Ian Rappaport on my phone. The Cleveland Browns are finalizing a trade for Myles Garrett to the LA Rams.
Oh, it happened.
The rumors were true.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
So,
oh, man.
Rappaport is saying Cleveland
I'm surprised
will
to
send
see
Garrett
that
to
they're...
LA in exchange for Jared Verse, a first rounder, and more. Wow.
I'm stunned that this actually happened a year after when they're like, oh, we're not going to trade you. No way are we going to trade you. They do it this year. I mean, the first round pick, what sort of value does that have coming from the Rams when you know it's especially they're all in to go for it this year? It makes the Ty Simpson pick even stranger in a way that, when this is clearly an all in year, you trade away Jared Verse. I mean, Garrett is amazing, but my goodness, that is bonkers. Just out of thing. Nick, we were on watch today for AJ Brown, and instead it ends up being Myles Garrett.
All very true.
Yep.
And that was one of my first thoughts as well, what Jeff said.
Could have grabbed the wide receiver in the first round.
Oh, man, the pick of Ty Simpson in the first round.
Yep.
You got to be kidding me, guys.
Which the A.J. Brown news came out finally that he's now a Patriot.
Yep, it's official.
And New England had to give up a first-round pick to get him.
Now, what do you think of that?
But that's a lot. That's from a guy who can be a head case and a malcontent. I think it's a great fit for the Patriots, but if it goes sideways for a guy who you're not happy if he doesn't eat, that's a lot to give up, but it's great for May, and now you have Dobbs to go with Brown. But here, like we had Tony Rizzo on, who broke the story on his show this morning, ESPN Cleveland, saying, did they get enough? Just about right? A first and 27, a second and 28, and a third and 29. And Verse, what they get. Is it the Verse from 2 years ago?
That's
the thing.
It has to be him.
No, game wrecker, I know.
Right, exactly right. And again, because that was one of the biggest question marks I had for the Rams moving forward last year as the season was progressing. I'm like, guys, I mean, you spent a lot of draft capital recently on guys like Verse and others to match him on the defensive line. Like, I'm watching these games and you're getting no pressure on the opposing quarterback. And as you said, Paulie, they got into shootouts every single time against the Seahawks. They couldn't get a stop to save their lives. So it's like there's no pass rush. What happened to Verse and company? So is that the new norm, or does he go to Cleveland now? Which, by the way, great point by Tony Rizzo when he was on. There's a new defensive coordinator there as well. No Schwartz. That was the one staple for the team over the years, was like, hey, really good defense, man. Led by Myles Garrett, but also like Schlesinger won the Rookie of the Year last year as well at linebacker. The Rams are completely unbettable at this number. Now some books have moved all the way down to like 5-1 for the Super Bowl and in the 3-1 range to win the West. Even though now they have the defending MVP, they have Puka Nacua, who, if he doesn't get hurt last year, may have very easily won Offensive Player of the Year. A lot of people will tell you that McVay's an elite football coach, and now you have the best defensive player in the league, along with other really good parts.
I think the bet to be made is most wins, 7-1, for the value. Or like Whalen said, to win the division at plus 105.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You could do that too. The flip side, Tony Rizzo, his tag team partner and colleague Tony Grossi, says if they didn't have Garrett last year, they win one game. They're going to win 7 games now?
How?
They're 6.5 under minus 140. Now, I would like it more if it's Sanders. Not that I expect much out of Watson. But how long does Watson go? And
no.
Rizzo expects Watson to be the guy week 1 to start. But between that and the lack of weapons, and now you take that piece away, and not to mention, let's start the tanking. Tank for Arch and all these great quarterbacks next year. But this is, I can't, in that division, they're going to win 7 games? Watson was terrible last time we saw him.
So when more books offer alternate win totals as the summer moves along here, I mean, Paul, forget about 6.5. I mean, We're talking about under 6, under 5.5, under 5. They're 11-1. They're the fifth
11 to
team
1,
on
yeah.
the board
That shows you
for the fewest wins.
the kind of trash we're talking about. Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Raiders will be much improved, but bad division, I know. Jets, Gino's going to take us to the promised land.
Yeah, sure.
Jets, what does that say about Arizona and Miami? Plus 240 and 4-1. Oh,
Do we really think that the Raiders they have a smaller number than the Browns for fewest wins? Now, again, today's June 1st, but if the Raiders played the Browns tomorrow, the Raiders would be a small dog to the Browns. It's not necessarily tied in here, but I mean,
I would take the Raiders in that game.
so would I.
Yeah.
There's no question they have more talent. And I'll say a better guy at head coach in year one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did not like the Monken hire.
Browns 11-1 fewest wins. Man, it's not awful.
Do you know who's the next team is?
After the Browns?
Yeah. Atlanta.
I saw that. Why is that? Atlanta might win that division.
I think so too.
What was it, like 14-1?
Yeah, they're correct.
Yeah. No, come on, Atlanta's better than that.
Tennessee's 17. I know. That's strange. How they closed. Still won 8 or 9 games with Captain Kirk.
Yeah. That was just humongous news, though.
Yes.
And
it was great.
They have to be the highest power rated team in the league. Like, I get it. They need to be the short shot to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. But it's to your point what you said, though. And I know it was a great story and he won a Super Bowl, but they couldn't get a stop against Sam Darnold in the 2 games in Seattle.
Yep. Now that's
you got to fix the special teams too. That also got them. But
for sure,
to not be to drop for Stafford to play like that and come away empty both times, it's got to be sickening.
Well, here's what we definitely know: like, that dude is an elite coach, McDonald. He's been in 2 years in Seattle, just been absolutely phenomenal. Do we trust Darnold to have this is who he is now? Are we there?
Well, you lose Kubiak. That's big.
It certainly can be, but he also has look at what he helped turn JSN into.
Right. That's something to monitor though and watch.
I think
I saw it with my own eyes. I couldn't believe it. Randy Moss came in as a rookie, and they set the points record, went 15-1, and they were unstoppable. Oh, I can coach this team. Brian Billick left and took the Ravens job, and it was a disaster.
Yeah, true.
Ray Sherman took over. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And also Randall Cunningham got benched, and they had to go to Jeff George. But that's easier said than done that, we'll just throw it to JSN all the time, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Well, you got to be able to draw it up as well.
Yeah.
Could be a huge loss.
Yep.
But that's what I think is the best way to attack it, which is 7-1 most wins. Everything, 1 seed is short, division's very short, and then 5-1 to win the Super Bowl at the Westgate.
Let me point this out. This is at least the second or third time I've seen this now. Colin Murphy on X. If there's ever going to be a reason for Aaron Donald to come out of retirement, ... I thought he could have last year when they were making that run. But
yeah,
my God, if this guy ever wanted to say, hey, hold on a second here, I got some playing time left in me.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep. Sports calendar never stops. You know it. Sharp Plays covers it all. Winning for 15 straight years. When they moves, the books take notice. Advanced AI, trusted insider intel. They find the value before the numbers shift. The daily Mr. Poison tweets. Also reaching out to bettors and sources worldwide. Over 500 sources across all sports and sending that info to subscribers in real time. Alerts directly from the pros. AI picks have been fantastic as well. SharpPlays.com. Start winning with them. SharpPlays.com.
Great job by Lou Finocchiaro with us last week, by the way. He gave out a bomb on Oklahoma to win their regional. They just walked off Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech was, the number 2 team in the country? Oklahoma 9-1 to win a regional, 14-1 to make the College World Series.
How about UCLA? How can you explain UCLA?
Good luck.
They hadn't lost the series all year, and they can't beat St. Mary's.
Yep. I did ask Paul Bovey.
Yeah.
Since he came on the air with us, this is off the air. I said, "Where do you rate Brunson all time for a Nick?" He said, "Right up there with Bernard King, Frazier, then Ewing." Bernard King gets lost in history.
Yeah, I saw one list where he was down the pecking order.
Bernard King?
Yeah. It was Frazier, Reed, and Ewing. I think Brunson's got to be number 3. And he becomes I think he's number 1 if they win a title.
Yeah, probably.
And end the drought. Remember how bad they were? Terrible. They were a joke. They were an embarrassment. They signed him, everything changed.
I know. Stay tuned. Following us, it's VSiN Primetime. Matt Humans, Dustin Sweetelson tonight. They're going to go behind the counter with DraftKings' Johnny Avello. Tomorrow morning, get your betting day started. VSiN by the book, 7 a.m. Eastern, followed by a numbers game with Gil Alexander at 10 a.m. Best of luck tonight.